Hi there, everyone. I'm Adrian Atkins, and welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm so happy that you've decided to start your week with us. Your choice is an exceptional one. More on the other side of this break.
Juicy, buy a juice from me, no?
But wait, do you have a permit? Whether you're running a restaurant, baking gizadas at home, or selling juice on the corner, if you handle food in a civilized country, you need a food handler's permit. It's the law, and it applies to anyone preparing, serving, transporting, or dealing with food.
It means that you would be in conformance with the public health food handling regulations, and so it is important that persons make their application so that they can get the requisite training in an effort to ensure that the foods that are offered to the public are safe, wholesome, and free from any form of contamination.
Don't take chances. Get certified, stay compliant, and apply today.
It's the housing agency that is always looking to update its benefits so that contributing Jamaicans can profit and profit well. That's right. The National Housing Trust is in the building for this week's Get the Facts. Let's join in on the conversation.
Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm Theodore Henry. As of July 1, National Housing Trust NHT contributors can now access higher loan limits, expanded grants, and greater support for home improvements and renewable energy upgrades. So joining us today is Dwayne Burbick, Assistant General Manager for Corporate Communications and Public Affairs at the NHT, to break down what these changes mean for current and future homeowners. Welcome to the program, Sir Burbick.
Thank you very much, Theodore. Always a pleasure to be here.
Well, let's jump into getting some facts. So, can you walk us through the main objectives for the changes that have happened?
Well, the National Housing Trust, we've been around since 1976, almost 50 years. 50 years come next year. And one of the things we're always keen on is to revisit our programs or product offerings to ensure that they remain relevant to our contributors. So from time to time, the NHT uses research. We do housing demand surveys and other types of research that indicate to us what are some of the market changes, what are some of the changes as it relates to our contributors' behaviors, and we tailor those loan products from time to time to ensure that we are, meeting those needs of our contributors. So whether it's increasing in loan limits, adjustments to interest rates, or even in some instances, introducing new products.
Let me pick out something out of what you just said, loan limits. Yes. We've increased them.
Yes.
Could you tell us what the figures are?
For general loan ceiling, which is the loan that is used to purchase units on the open market, the NHT has moved that from 7.5 million to 9 million effective July 1 per person.
Okay.
Of course, 2 people can always co-apply and access up to 17 million. 3 people can actually co-apply as well and access up to 23 million. In those instances, though, meaning where 3 people are co-applying, they must be family members, so they must have established kinship ties.
Okay.
So for persons who are also now looking to build, because we are indeed pushing that as an option as well, the NHT has increased that loan limit from 7.5 million to 11 million. So you actually find that's a bigger jump than the open market loan ceiling. And that's a response to what we're seeing where prices are concerned, that some individuals are saying, okay, give me the option of building rather than buying, because the buying price points in some instances are outside of some people's reach. So we've put more power, more financing behind that. Again, 2 people can co-apply, access up to 17 million, 23 million, where 3 people are co-applying. And I should indicate that where it's 3 people, not just family members, that's one requirement, but the property being bought or built should be at least 2 bedrooms or more.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. What about land acquisition? Anything there?
Yes, with the change for the loan limit for our Build on Own Land program, it means we also get the opportunity to put more financing behind the purchasing of land. So that moves from 3.5 million for land purchase to 5 million. So it's that same $11 million deal that you can break out into two now. So you can have 5 million that you can, up to 5 million that you can put towards the purchase of the land. And then you have the remaining amount for construction up to a maximum of 11 million per person.
Pretty good. And you're saying that these changes have happened in response to what we're seeing in the market.
Yes.
These aren't arbitrary changes.
No, and I know sometimes we get some flack at the NHT.
Yes.
Some people like, why 9 million when the house prices are, far more than that? But what we have to do is rely on what the data and the research indicates. Because yes, we see the market fundamentals, but we also are in a position where we see the affordability and the income levels of all our contributors as well.
Right.
And it makes no sense we have a loan limit that's high up there when the average person cannot reach it. Okay. And also a higher loan limit that responds too much to what the market prices are and not what affordability realities are, means that you're only pushing up the price of housing even farther. Because now you're saying, a loan limit of 20 million, that means people can afford a house for 20 million. Put the house price to 20 million, and that's not true. So our loan limit reflects where people's affordability is, more so than it reflects what market prices are doing.
That's very interesting. You just pull the curtain back a little bit on the economics of how the NHT does their thing. But there's a special loan arrangement, I understand, for homes costing 14 million or less.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So 14 million is what we call a sweet spot for housing prices in Jamaica. It's that affordable housing market price, meaning that's where the average person is able to find a property that they can afford.
14, all right.
14 million. And so the NHT says where you are finding such a property, we will make a special loan limit of up to $12 million available to you that you can access that. And that's primarily for individuals in our lowest income band, meaning persons who earn less than $30,000 per week.
So it actually has to do with income bands, not necessarily just the price of the property.
Not just the price of the property, but for that income band as well. And that income band, 0% income band, represents individuals who earn between minimum wage and $30,000 per week. And that's where the majority of our contributors are actually there. Roughly about 65% of the NHT's contribution base is in that income band. And so you'll see in our policy adjustments that we're pushing more of the benefits towards that particular income band, because that's where the greatest need is, and that's where the greatest number of contributors are as well.
I'm glad you put that in, because you just broke somebody's heart there.
I'm so sorry.
Syrup of a 14, but it's not just that you're excluding people, but it's that you're catering to the people who need it the most.
Definitely.
This program. There's also another big change. The reduced wait time. It was 10 years for a second loan and for several other things, I believe.
Yes.
But now you've put it down to 7 years.
Yeah, you see, we're trying to do something for everybody, for the person who is buying, for the person who is building, and for the person who is making improvements as well.
Right.
So two things we did for that homeowner's loan. We reduced the wait time, as you said, from 10 years to 7 years. So after 7 years, you can now access a second loan to make improvement to that first property, or in the event that you no longer have that property, you probably sold it, you're looking to buy something else, you can put that funding that you qualify for towards that as well. And we've also increased the loan amount for that homeowner's loan, moving that from 3.5 million to $5 million as well. So more financing and a shorter wait time to be able to access that facility.
And if I could just take a little guess, actually let's wait on after the break, and I'll take that little guess on why that change happened. We are at the break, but stay with us. We'll be right back.
Gratitude invites us to appreciate the simple joys in life: a warm cup of coffee, a shared laugh, or a moment spent with loved ones. These small treasures remind us of what truly matters. Expressing gratitude doesn't just uplift others, it lifts us too. Even in tough times, gratitude helps us find perspective. It allows us to recognize the lessons learned and the strength gained. In challenges, we often discover the beauty of resilience. Let's embrace the power of gratitude. Let's celebrate the people, moments, and experiences that fill our lives with joy.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We're discussing the latest changes at the National Housing Trust and how they're making home ownership more affordable and accessible for Jamaicans. Still with us is Dwayne Burbick, Assistant General Manager for Corporate Communications and Public Affairs at the NHT. So, Sir Burbick, we were talking before the break about the change in the wait time, 10 to 7 years, but we hadn't gotten to the rationale, why it has happened.
Okay, well, for us at the NHT, home ownership is a journey, and that journey doesn't stop when you acquire those keys for the first time.
Right.
It continues, and we know over time houses go through wear and tear. You want to make improvements to it. Your personal circumstances may have also changed. You
might have bought a fixer-upper.
You might have bought a fixer-upper. You might have bought a starter home, and now you want to expand and move to something bigger.
Yeah.
And so the NHT makes that second loan facility available to help individuals who want to, go on that aspect of the journey. And of course, we also realize that people are buying houses soon as well.
Yeah.
Which means you after 5 years, 7 years perhaps, you want to make some improvements to it. You probably want to change out a kitchen, change out a bathroom, or do some kind of expansion. And so we have that facility to help those individuals.
And for those who are just joining us, it's moved from 3.5 up
to $5 million. And the wait period moved from 10 years to 7 years. Yes.
Let's talk smart energy loan. The limit has also increased there as well.
Yes. So one of the products we're particularly proud of, and we spoke earlier about being responsive to customer needs.
Yeah.
Last year we introduced that smart energy loan product for the first time. And it is to, as it suggests, it's to help individuals with energy efficient technologies in the home. So whether it's for rainwater harvesting, solar panels, etc. We started last year with that product at $1.5 million at an interest rate of 5% across the board.
Right.
Again, talk to our contributors, talk to our mortgagers, and listen them out. And we've made two changes. So we've increased that amount from 1.5 to $2.5 million, so an additional $1 million for that. And we've moved from that flat 5% interest rate to linking the interest rate to your income band. So now individuals can access that $2.5 million for smart energy loans with interest rates of as low as 0% to as high as 5% based off your income.
Income bands.
Yes.
All right. And what's been the take-up on that smart energy loan?
Oh, it sell like hot bread. It's been going pretty well. It's been going pretty well.
Okay, so private sector pensioners, they're now included in the Smart Energy Grant Program. I remember they weren't in there the first time.
Right.
So that's a thing now, but what are the eligibility requirements?
Okay, so let me just differentiate quickly. The Smart Energy Loan is for those individuals who are still working, still able, them can take on a $2.5 million loan. The Smart Energy Grant is for pensioners who still have that concern about energy efficiency and, light bills and all of that, but cannot take on a loan facility.
Grant versus loan. Yeah.
Right. So the NHT makes this grant available. The grant is $1.5 million for solar, and you can put in your solar panels with that. And it's available for individuals who, at the time of retirement, was earning less than $30,000 per week. Remember that 0% income band we keep referencing since the start, right? So once you are earning less than $30,000 per week at the time of retirement, and you're 60 years and older, and you have truly retired. You haven't retired yourself, but you've truly retired.
So hit retirement age.
You have hit retirement.
And your employer has said such
Yes.
and such. Is there any limit to how many grants will be offered?
Well, the NHT has its limit. I know people like to think our resources are endless, but
they aren't.
They aren't. Believe it or not.
Okay.
But we in this pilot phase of the program, the first 3 years, and we're in year 2, we're looking at 30 per parish. So a total of 420 annually.
Okay.
So we're in the second year, and individuals who perhaps missed this second batch of application, you can look out for a third one. We'll have another one probably early next year.
And that's financial year or chronological year?
I know my team, we work with financial year, but if we are able to successfully identify and process, all the individuals for batch 2, I'm sure as soon as they're ready, they will put out a batch 3 as well. And that's part of the responsiveness of the NHT.
Got it. It sounds good. It sounds really good. Now, affordability is a big theme in all these changes, not just for the acquisition of property, but people acquiring good spaces to live in, to actually live in. How does the reduction in the service charges benefit the new mortgages?
A part of the affordability discussion is always how much is required by the prospective mortgager upfront to make that sale. And the NHT generally provides 95% mortgage financing, which means the contributor has to find 5% out of pocket. So the NHT has done 2 things to increase that affordability. One, for our 0% income band, less than $30,000 per week, the NHT is now introducing 98% mortgage financing, which means you only now need to find a 2% deposit. Right. So that's more money in your pocket and less required upfront to do the sale. And we've also reduced the service charge for those individuals to 0%. Reduction in service charges for our other income groups as well, but the major one is for that 0% income band, which comes down to 0, which translates into a more manageable monthly payment. Because you now have to, NHT generally applies a service charge to the loan and amortize it over the life of the loan. But at 0% service charge means you only have to now focus on the loan amount. And again, as I said, that's coupled with the 98% financing, so less required for a deposit.
I know we're almost at the end, but we've been saying loan and grants, and just for those who are watching, loan, you're paying it back. Grants,
nah, it's our gift to you.
It's your gift to you. Sir Berwick, you have given us so much information here. There's more, as you said, on the website. But your final word to our viewers.
The changes in our policies annually, they are reflective of, as I said, research and what we consider to be where the greatest need of our prospective homeowners are at this time. Right. And the NHT is doing one of 2 things always, making improvements to these loan products and these financing arrangements, but also on the other side, building out our construction program to ensure that for those who are still looking towards us for a scheme unit, that we're able to have many in supply to be able to provide them and assist them in getting home.
Thank you so much. The NHT's business is helping people find somewhere to live. Our guest was Dwayne Berwick, Assistant General Manager for Corporate Communications and Public Affairs at the National Housing Trust. And this has been Get the Facts. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Theodore Henry. Take care.
When you think of Jamaica, the first thing that comes to mind is the people. But what is it about us?
What makes us truly Jamaican?
Is it our warmth and hospitality? The way we greet each other with a simple wagwan or a bright smile? Maybe it's our resilience, our ability to find joy even in tough times. Or perhaps it's the unmistakable sound of patois connecting us, adding flavor to every conversation. Speaking of flavor, could it be our love for street food? The pan chicken sizzling on the grill, the soup men on the corner, the fruit vendors with their fresh, vibrant offerings?
Wait, I know you're excited, but what about our music, our dance moves, or rhythm that captivates the world?
We are storytellers, whether through folklore or everyday conversations. Being Jamaican is more than just a nationality. It's a feeling, a culture, a way of life. From the way we speak to the way we dance, cook, and connect, every part of our identity reflects our rich heritage and unstoppable spirit.
So what makes us truly Jamaican? It's everything. We are the culture, the energy, and the heartbeat of the island.
The 11th staging of the Christmas in July trade show took place earlier in the month. And boy, what a showing it was. Let's watch now to see this year's offerings.
For the 11th time, Christmas came early for the artisans daring to transform their businesses by creating authentic Jamaican products and elevating to global markets. It's the Christmas in July trade show. Come with me and let's explore this tropical wonderland. This year, the annual trade show was back at home, the Pegasus Hotel, where 180 manufacturers, 106 of whom were newcomers, laid out their product along with their hopes and dreams. 5 years ago, the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, and during that time, Wendy Brown taught herself quilling. This is an artistic way of using paper to create decorative designs. But she didn't stop there. Wendy quickly started her business, DeLacy's Crafty Treasures, and here she is at the Christmas in July trade show, showcasing her products, hoping to gain exposure and connections. This is something that is popular among newcomers, such as Opal Donaldson, with her dessert-themed candle operation.
I heard of all the great things, getting opportunity to work with the tourism sector, to work with corporate companies, and just to showcase the brand. Why I came up with this idea, I was sitting and thinking there must be a way to create a product that would make people go wow and would strike an emotional connection.
Our key achievement over the last 11 years has been really to see people grow. It has been getting persons start up, assist them in development programs, taking them to other activity outside of Christmas in July. For example, Reggae Sumfest, Coffee Festival, other activities that we are partnering or that we actually execute.
Ventures these tender feet wish to be a part of as well.
Naturalista Dreams Cosmetics Jamaica is an all-natural, organic, vegan skin, hair and cosmetic line. We cater to all ages as well as genders. We have a hair care line that's targeted towards dandruff and promoting circulation, which in turn promotes hair growth. We also have products that help with creating an at-home spa solution.
We sell cold pressed castor oil. It's good for the ear, good for the skin. We have different sizes. We also grow the beans. So we have constant supply of oil to supply the market.
We have a Himalayan salt with Scotch bonnet pepper. We have a spicy honey drizzle. We have the good old escovite sauce. And we have our Scotch bonnet powder and Scotch bonnet flakes, right? So what we realize that a lot of times when persons come to Jamaica and they're going back abroad, they want to bring back the flavor of Jamaica and they want to keep it as authentic as possible. But when you get the Scotch bonnet peppers in its natural form, it doesn't have a very long shelf life. So you can opt for the Scotch bonnet flakes or the Scotch bonnet powder.
Nice. The numbers are in, and as of 2023, this trade show has generated more than $135 million in earnings. But its impact goes way beyond that. Its business is being built while dreams are being realized. And these returnees can testify to that. Just ask 15-year-old Shakir Bell, who helps his mother market their natural deodorant business, EcoSmart.
This event has helped us in many ways. It helps us to get our brand out there, customer visibility. It helps the customers to use an eco-friendly deodorant, to trying to stop using deodorant with aluminum and stuff like that.
Last year, coming out of Christmas in July, we were able to have some of our products being added to Fontana's Pharmacy on Waterloo Road, as well as having some by Institute of Jamaica, IOJ, that's downtown. and we got several orders coming out of Christmas in July then. Christmas in July is a great initiative that the government has really put forward for artisans, the creatives in Jamaica, just to showcase our local produce, our local talent. And this has provided a very good platform for us to network, to meet and greet, and just to have our brand being put out there.
I have my statement piece necklaces as well, which is one that I'm wearing around my neck right now. I just love timeless pieces. I love statement pieces. I create for the woman who is bold, who is confident, and who just loves things that's different.
And having gained the connections to sell their products, some have expanded their businesses to include other products. Six-time returnee Paris Ruby expanded their Christmas cake business to now include cake mixes. Then there's Tashika Basco, who first came to the show as a fashion designer but has branched out with a line of aromatherapy called Anointed Treasures. Indeed, the Christmas in July trade show is a platform to launch out and scale up. Body by Roxanne, a four-time manufacturer at the trade show, is a testament of this, with her products now selling in 19 different hotels across the island.
When I signed up, I came to an assessment session where, they had the different regulatory bodies. There was the BSJ, that's Bureau Standards. JBDC was there. They looked over your products, looked over your label to say, whether it was up to standard, give you feedback if you need to do anything, if you need to change or tweak anything, just to make sure that your product was fit for shelves or to be sold.
We are critical in the assessment phase and the development phase because, as you know, many entrepreneurs have a great product and have a great idea, but the business part of their processes need to be developed and structured.
This for you is not merely an opportunity to showcase the power of your creativity, but it's an opportunity for you to recognize that because the industry is growing the way it is, and we have now reached a critical mass where we have just about 3 million stopover arrivals in line with our population, 1-to-1. A new demand has been created for goods and services that must be supplied by you. And if it is not supplied by you, it is going to have to be imported. And if it is imported, then we are going to have what we call leakage. That is to say, the good money that has come from tourism will leave by the same plane that brings the visitors or the same ship that brings the cruise passenger.
And that is what the Christmas in July trade show is all about, empowering business-minded Jamaicans to help build Jamaica.
Your devices are important, and so is charging them safely.
Never charge your phones or your laptop in bed, or leave them charging on your sofa or on any material that is flammable. That is a risk that is too great for you to take on.
Instead, charge your devices on a hard surface and always unplug them once fully charged.
We've come to the end of today's show. I do hope that you've enjoyed this package. To catch a repeat of this or any other, feel free to log on to our website at gis.gov.gm. Until next time, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.